Tonight on Tranquil Radio, my chemical Burger King.
Devin Townsend worked with a true musical genius.
And my interview with Cleveland's own Ringworm. All this and more coming up on Tranquil Radio.
People will bow to it.
What's going on, everybody? This is Tranquil Radio, sponsored by the Foundry Concert Club and Fantasy Entertainment Complex. I'm your host, Sean Ryan.
And I'm Coldy motherfucking Colgate. Back up in the building, back to the ceiling.
Let's just take this time real quick. Just subscribe that button, that red button right down below. It's been a slow fucking week for rock music. Even Loudwire, they just reposted 3 Hard Times articles this week.
Slow week in the news.
So, I mean, one of you rock stars better fall off a stage or someone better die. Anyway, okay, so we got, I know this seems a little bit off topic, but Burger King.
Yeah, first of all, this story has captivated me. So everyone's familiar with McDonald's and their Happy Meal. For the kids. For the kids. It's a meal that...
Wu-Tang for the children!
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children.
McDonald's should not be for the children.
McDonald's for the diabetes.
I have diabetes. It hurts me to pee, and it causes me to be short with my family.
So at any rate, Burger King has this, we'll call it brilliant marketing idea to kind of play on the Happy Meal thing. And
let me wrap up that burger. It's the unhappy meal.
The unhappy meal. That's what they're calling it. There's
because, quote, yes, because no one is happy all the time.
Yeah,
just like you said.
They have 5 different options.
Yes. So, like, throughout the month of May, Burger King is teaming up with Mental Health America, and they're doing a range of emotions.
You got the blue meal. You got the pissed meal. You've got the salty meal. And then you've got the DGAF, the don't give a fuck meal. To round that out, you've got the
what's next?
Yes meal. Yes. And I love it. Yes.
Man, I can't believe we're spending this much time.
We'll work it out.
Those of you that are feeling emo, feeling angry, and you know what, your latest My Chemical Romance and your 21 Pilots just isn't doing it for you, then, I mean, this is where you go. You go to Burger King and you just say, "Good afternoon, this is Burger King. How may I help you?"
I don't give a fuck.
That'll be $4.75. Pull around to the first window, please.
Like, when you're
Sleeping with Sirens is playing in the background.
The singer of Yellow Card is working the fucking window. Like, why? I don't understand. People who are sad are already eating at Burger King, and that's partly part of the reason why they're sad.
Yes.
I eat a lot of Burger King. I want to kill myself all the time.
I'm going to jump!
Do a flip!
Proudly sponsored by Burger King.
I remember actually the last time I ate Burger King, that food sat in my stomach like a rock for like 6 hours, and that was actually the tipping point of my decision to just go, I don't want to eat this stuff anymore.
Yeah, dude, that'll do it. And then the first time I have it, like, I'll just be wanting a fucking McDonald's French fry or something, and then I'll go get it, and then I feel like I'm dying for many days later. Many days.
What do you think the meal comes with?
I think it comes with like a burger, probably some fries, repressed memories, and then also like your parents never reaching out to you ever.
Anger, I imagine, is very spicy. You're going to be on the toilet. There's going to be a lot of jalapenos and stuff.
Yeah.
You're going to get a seed caught in your butthole.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yep, we spent way too much fucking time on that. Next story. Yes. Okay, before we get to like the actual like serious awesome point of the interview with Ringworm, which is not yet filmed, so I really hope this interview goes well, or we're gonna be up shit's creek. We're getting into a story with Devin Townsend. Devin Townsend. Man, I cannot say
his name. So in a bizarre turn of events, Devin Townsend is on record quoted saying that Chad Kroeger of Nickelback is a musical genius, a functioning musical genius.
Underrated for his time. Yeah, recently Devin, he was in Strapping Young Lad.
Strap on with a young lad, yes.
After Devin had expressed his love and affection for Mr. Kroeger,
Mr. Kroeger,
Nickelback's last album, Feed the Machine, and I think they talk to each other on Twitter a little bit.
They be tweeting.
Yeah. In a quote from Devin Townsend,
he said, "We met by chance and ended up forming a friendly acquaintance. One thing that I'll say about Chad that I think will eventually be known about him is that he's a functioning genius, in my estimation. I think that people don't realize how clever that guy is, and his success is, in a lot of ways, I believe,
Let me
This
give
is so
it a
written
shot.
so weird. Fuck this. I quit.
In a quote with Consequences Sound, Devin goes on to talk about how he met Chad Kroeger by chance and blah, 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 blah. He goes on to quote, "We met by chance and ended up forming a friendly acquaintance," Townsend said. And one thing that I would say about Chad is that I think will eventually be known about him is that he is a functioning genius. It goes on to say a bunch of other shit worded really weirdly, so we're not going to go on about that because it's not interesting, because this story's not interesting. But this is something we have to do every fucking week, so, I mean, you should thank your lucky stars we're even here.
No, we appreciate it. Count our blessings every day. Very, very appreciative.
Well, that ain't it, Chief.
Where did that quote come from? Because I just saw you post that today.
I've been saying it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. When the two finally met up, Kroeger expressed his sentiments of just saying, like, you know what? Don't sell out with this album. People love the way that you do things and your crazy schizophrenic, like, style. Just do you. Yeah. Devin continued, and I am fascinated by people who are always as clever and specific, and when cleverness of them is something that I can make mental notes and refer back to on my own work with. These things, who talks like this?
Devin Townsend does.
Either way, Empath was Devin Townsend's last album that he just came out with the end of March.
Yeah.
He does a song where Chad Kroeger guest harmonizing, vocalizing, doing all kinds of wild shit that you can't even tell is actually Chad Kroeger, which is a favorite to every one of us, called Hear Me. I've never listened to this guy. In Cleveland, this is a huge metal town. We have a lot of the same mutual friends, and I've seen people just Devin Townsend about this guy and his new album, and it's and I was like, what the fuck? I don't even.
But then you checked it out.
Yeah, and then I heard
awesome.
this song, and I went,
awesome.
oh wow.
Yeah, no,
like
he's
I've
great.
never heard anything like that.
He's
That's,
great.
like, structurally, way beyond my. Like I remember listening to this and going, I can't do that.
It has to come from a place from a guy who talks the way he did in that quote. So I understand you're about to interview Ringworm. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Ringworm is not a ring you get from Jared, the Galleria.
Of jewelry.
Yes, but it is a ring you get from a Jared.
And on to our that was fucking stupid. And we're going to be talking to Ringworm right now. Come check it out. Enjoy.
Enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? This is Tranquil Radio. We are here today with Ringworm. They are playing the Fantasy, their album release party. How's it going, guys?
Fine. Good.
What's up?
Good.
Yeah. Hi.
This is actually between one Fern today.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't see a second one anywhere.
So how's the new album going? It just came out on Friday, and it is available on CD and special edition album that I actually saw that I loved.
Yeah, it came out on vinyl too. It came with like the pre-order stuff.
I forgot I was supposed to do this.
It came with a bunch of extra shit and cool packaging, shit like that. So different color swirly vinyls and all that shit.
And is that a limited release?
There's a couple limited colors. Yeah. Colors of the vinyl. A couple of those variations that are limited.
Yes,
Has this incarnation been out on the road before together?
for years.
We
haven't had this.
We haven't had a lineup change in 5 years, right?
Yeah, we've had the same lineup for 5 years.
And before that, it was 4/5 of that lineup for years before that too.
Yeah.
Who does the most annoying thing on the road? Everybody has. We've all been in bands. Jimothy and I, we've all been out on the road. Who does the most
Not here.
irritating thing that just irks everybody else in the band while they're on the road?
I don't know. You guys have
I mean, nothing.
everybody here.
We all do something to irritate someone else in the band.
Purposely or not.
Not usually, no.
Whether it be intentional or unintentional, it just happens to every band. You know, there's always something that'll.
Yeah, you're
bug-
living with 4 other dudes in a small.
There's something
space.
that's gonna bug you at some point.
In a cargo van.
We're always waiting. We're always waiting for Ed to finish his shit somewhere.
That's like my poop schedule.
Like
I
Like,
respect
this-
that. I respect that. And you know what, man? Don't rush my poop. You don't want to do that because then you're going to make it nervous and you're going to have to go again.
we waited for him for the interview.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were doing this.
I was in here earlier and I told you we were doing this.
I thought you were thinking about that.
It's all right when Ed shits because when he comes out, the bathroom is just always perfectly clean
Yes.
and spotless.
This is a lot of time on poop. Spending a lot of interview time on poop here. I brought it up though. So.
These are the important topics. These are the things that matter. This is what people want to know about. So tell us about your new album.
What do you want to know? How many songs are on it?
11.
There's 11 songs, a couple bonus tracks.
Well, the name of the album is Death Becomes My Voice.
You got it.
And it just came out Friday. This will be airing on Wednesday next week. So today is the 5th, and we're here for the show.
It's on Relapse Records.
Relapse Records. Well, what do you like about this one more than your last ones?
I actually hate this record. I think other ones are way better. No, I don't know. No, this one's cool. It's a good record.
Fair enough.
We didn't use a click.
Yeah, we played this more.
Did you guys really do that?
It's got a less modern approach to the recording, which gives it more of a.
I think that gives that more of an organic feel. Like, I hate to say organic, that's like so overused, but I mean more back to like the days of Aerosmith and Black Sabbath. If you listen to those albums, of course you guys have, there's imperfections there with those kind of albums that are not necessarily seen anymore because everything is just so click tracked.
But if the tempo rushes just as much or slows down just that much, it just it adds to the human vibe of it. Organic, like you said.
Yeah. No, I like that. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
This record has that. We really haven't had that since the Justice record was the last time we recorded that way. Which was 2005. So.
What else you got?
God damn it, dude!
Come on.
I told you I'm new at this, man. Why do you get the only nickname in the band?
I don't know.
Pen name, right? It's
he's
an artist.
It's not really a nickname. It was like a pen name that I used to sign my pictures with, and then that was before I started the band. So when we started the band, it just seemed only natural to use the same moniker or pen name in the band.
Well, I know. I would ask you why you have the name Human Furnace,
you could
but
ask me that.
no.
A lot of people have, many people have, but I just never answer it.
I know.
There's
and
really
I'm
no
not going to.
Yeah, because it would probably disappoint a lot of people.
No, you could just if you honestly just listen. If you just listen to Ringworm, you can hear this guy's voice, and it's just.
There you go.
It sounds like from the depths of hell. It really.
Maybe.
It's evil.
Yeah.
I could appreciate that so much because
that's just what I sound like when I scream as loud as I
I'm not a screamer. I can't do it.
Possible times. So
how does that affect your voice though?
It fucks it up. I listen to my voice now. I fucking sound like a frog. I mean, but 30 years of doing that, it makes your shit all fucked up and calloused and scarred. And I'm sure if I didn't do this for so long, my regular talking voice would probably be a lot different.
Have you ever had to go under any surgeries to correct any noids or anything on your vocal cords?
I think I went once years ago to get a checkup, and they were like, "Yeah, you're fine." I'm like, "Okay." That was it.
Smoking does not let.
No, it doesn't help, but whatever. I don't know. Smoking and drinking doesn't help, but I do that anyways.
I know. As long as you're not
There's really no technique. I don't do much to keep it in shape.
You don't do any vocal exercises or anything before the show. You just
don't even practice.
You just get out and wail.
I just usually wait until it's time to do a show. Do a tour, and then just get in the van. We do it once and we roll. Yeah, it works. It seems to work. Has to.
All right. Does everybody here have just a normal job like Jim and I do?
Yep.
How do you guys find the time and the drive to just get out and just go all right, well, we're gonna go on tour for a month? Are your jobs all right with that?
You have to find one that is. That's the trick.
It's sympathetic to what you're.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Bass.
He does.
Yeah, but he gigs around town in cover bands and such.
Ed and I, we've shared the stage quite a bit back in my young days. It's so easy, all the time. Every fucking heavy metal karaoke, what was that, Tuesdays, Wednesdays? long time ago. What do you do?
I install tile for a living, but the guy I work with, we've played in bands together. I've known him, we've been friends for 20 years, and he's cool with me leaving,
That's cool.
So he's happy when I go out, Because he's like, oh, cool, you get to do that.
All right, just get out for a little while.
I get a break from you. So
I got my buddy Jason. He goes just professionally almost to go see Metallica shows. He's been to 32 this year. He works at Lowbrow Customs.
You know that guy?
Jason Garkowski.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He just professionally goes.
He introduced him to me at a Metallica show.
Well, how about you? What do you?
I work at the House of Blues. I've been there for 10 years, and they've
Foundation room.
I have worked in the Foundation room. I've worked all over that building, But yeah, I mean, when they hired me in, they said, "We know you're about Ringworm. We know what you do, and so just put it in the calendar and let us know, and before you leave, and when you're coming back." Because that's why I've stayed there for 10 years,
No, that's great. What is your job, James?
Checking baseball scores.
That sounds.
No, I'm a tattoo artist. I own a couple tattoo shops here in Cleveland.
Which ones?
252 tattoo.
With Rodney?
Yeah, I started the place, about 22 years ago.
Are you in the other one then, Rodney?
He works in the Cleveland. I'm at the farther west side. That's
cool.
That's the first shop. So
That's cool.
So I'm able to travel quite a bit, and I know I still have a job when I come home. So
Unless you fire yourself.
unless I fire myself,
You look in the mirror and you're just like, you know what? You're done.
I do that all the time. Just judge myself.
So you guys have been on tours across multiple continents. From what I've read, I mean, just a brief search, you can see like New Zealand and shit like that. What was the most exciting show that you guys have actually played? Like, what was just your personal best, your personal favorite? Just
The Australian and the Australia shows are always awesome. I just love going there.
Or Aussies?
Even if the shows aren't super huge, they're always awesome because you're in Australia. It's just fucking sweet.
Are Aussies like different live than like an American crowd? Like, are they more supportive? Like sometimes, because like some metal bands, they do so well in Europe and they just don't get anywhere in America.
They're good people over there, just like anybody else. But they like to party, they like to drink a lot, which is cool. They get fucking crazy and they just really rambunctious bunch of people.
Australian tours are always fun.
Yeah, they're great. What's that one show we did where Aaron got his leg licked?
Wasn't that Eberfest?
Yeah.
Grozrock.
Yeah, we played some festival in Germany.
Belgium, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was fucking huge. That was a really cool show, but it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Well,
we don't
have time for shit. Yeah, just trust
That's how it goes.
It was fucking really cool.
All right, pass it around.
Yeah, what do you got?
What's your
Got
favorite
there,
tour
guy?
experiences?
We played a boxing ring in Bakersfield.
Like in a room this size, probably.
And
In a boxing ring.
Yeah.
it was
The boxing room was probably as big as this room.
awesome. And James is like shaking the ropes,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Ultimate Warrior style.
Like, going back and forth.
There was like enough room around the boxing ring for like one row of people to
And-
stand with a wall behind them. You know, the
And
weirdest thing.
people started a circle pit going around the boxing ring. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
It was all
weird.
dirty and dusty. It was like in a shed, but there was a boxing ring in it.
We played a fucking plywood shed in a downpour in Vegas one time in a junkyard. They built a plywood shed about the size of this room probably in a junkyard with a fucking power generator out by it, and we played a show in the one downpour they have a year.
Come on in, Lisa.
We played a shed last year in Salt Lake City.
It was also a
With
downpour.
Harm's Vein.
This is Lisa, our sponsor for the Foundry Concert Club and Fantasy Entertainment Complex. Say hi, Lisa.
Here. There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
This is fun. I love this. They deserve an interview.
Ed, any favorite tour experiences?
The Voivod. Touring with Voivod, Napalm Death was my favorite.
I'm touching you.
Just because we were such huge fans of the bands and the shows were huge
Nice
turnouts
guys.
every night. It was a great tour.
Who would you guys love to perform with, dead or alive? I know that seems like a really chintzy, cheesy question, but I mean, it
I'd like to
doesn't
go
matter.
with Voivod again. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Who, what?
Voivod again. That was great.
Let's just go tour with Voivod.
If it's dead or alive, let's take Piggy this time.
Who's Piggy?
That's the original guitar player who
Yeah.
passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Dan's
Yeah,
cool,
well.
but
Yeah, Dan's great.
Yeah.
No dissing.
The one guy that's not here.
No. This Voivod question is going nowhere.
Do you guys have any opinions on that? Dead or alive? Who would you play with?
Voivod. Oh, see?
Man, you guys just fucking love Voivod.
As you should.
All right, fair
they're
enough.
pretty friggin' awesome.
a Slayer tour wouldn't suck.
That would be kind of cool. I mean, they are winding down. They're going on tour with Les
King
Claypool.
Diamond.
I would love
the
to
end.
see you guys play with King Diamond.
Play King Diamond.
That would be great.
That'd be fun.
That actually would be, because I could just see your face, James, just like,
Oh yeah, it'd be great. That's how I was with Voivod every night. Like,
no, I know, same.
maybe that'll happen.
Let's make it happen.
All right, stupid question. All of the places that you guys have toured, favorite pizza, where from?
That's a
Eat
good
much
question.
Pizza. But usually when you get to a show, that's what you get for your catering. It's like pizza. So you're like,
You guys
I
probably played in New
apologize
York,
for
right?
buying you
I like New York
pizza.
pizza better than like thin stuff.
Yeah.
I like Gentili's in Parma. It's like 2 minutes from my house. It's fucking great.
There you
Don't need a tour for that.
Okay, Cleveland pizza is apparently the best.
There you go.
But all right, this concludes our interview. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much. Ringworm here playing at the Fantasy. Their new album, Death Becomes My Voice, is out. It came out May 3rd. Just find Ringworm on Facebook, and you'll be able to get all the information. You can find it on CD, you can find it on vinyl, you can find it on iTunes, and how about like Spotify and stuff, like the streaming sites. I hate the streaming sites because like you guys don't get a dime for it. Like
we don't get a dime for anything, anyways.
Well, I mean,
you're a marketing.
Go to a show and buy a shirt.
Yeah, come to the
I
show.
just bought I bought a hat, a shirt, and an album, and stickers to stick up everywhere.
See, fuck yeah, that's how you get paid. You don't get paid for record sales unless you're doing like Taylor Swift numbers.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for doing the interview with us.
Thank you for giving a crap and having a cool show.
Yeah,
gents.
Oh yeah. Thanks, man.
Hi, I'm Sean.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
I'm on the left end.
Bye, guys.
All right, good luck in the show tonight. Thank you guys so much.
And that about wraps it up for this lovely installment of Trendkill Radio. Shout out to Ringworm. Thanks a lot for letting us talk to you. Major shout out to the Foundry and the Fantasy for being the lovely sponsors to this beautiful, beautiful program that we put on for you every single week. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell their friends, do all that cool fucking shit.
In the description of this YouTube video, you can find our Facebook page at facebook.com/TrendKillRadio216. I am Sean Ryan.
And I am Coley Colgate.
And this is Trendkill Radio.
People will bow to it.
I'm blue, if I was green, I would die. Bum dee bum dum dum dee bum da.
Sucking on my titties
It's
like
in the
he
game.
wanting me, calling me all the time. Like Connie, catch out my dressy behind his final all the time. Like sex on the beaches. What else is in the teachers of peaches? Right. What? Right. Townsend.
There you go.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
What? Pie tastes better with Cool Whip. I am having a lot of trouble with this story because this story sucks. Tonight on Trendkill Radio, My Chemical Burger King.
Well, you can't poorly write a quote. That's what he said. He just said it weird.
All right, we're going to cut that out.